Welcome back to the Ginger Joe Racing Show. Uh, we can't find someone, Joe. What happened to him? Ask me. Tell me. What's going on? It's just me and you again. People must be getting sick of looking
Mate,
at our faces. It's
mate.
another weekend preview. Oh, come on. Please like and subscribe. Algorithm. More views. Let's go.
Yeah, it's the same old, but yeah, I think Liam's living in the Stone Age. You start talking about 3G or something. I think that's pretty
Oh
old.
my God. Where's 3G?
3G, you know? So
We pay for the tower next to his house.
yeah, yeah, look, but it will keep this one quite quick fire. It's been pretty warm weather, hasn't it? And I've been struggling. So
Gingers don't like warm weather.
no, but I'm bored of saying it now. It's a broken record. But hey, anyway, we've got some pretty decent racing, haven't we? We can have a quick look at. I've got a few sort of opinions here and there, and I was really enjoying the flat season, but I must say, after last weekend, I'm starting to feel like I want some jumps racing again. I don't know about you. I know we've got Galway soon, haven't we?
There's a big grade tree tomorrow at Tipperary, Joe. The Grimes Hurling. There's a lot of horses that we love actually entered in the
Yeah,
race.
no, sure. Yeah, I suppose there's a little bit of a taste of it then, isn't there?
And do you know what? We'll do a bonus off the cuff. Who do we think will win that race?
That's
And the
fine.
last one
Fine.
before we leave.
Cool. I'm good with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, right. So we're going to do ITV races. We've left one off. I think I left one off on our list we do. So we'll start on Saturday with an ITV race of the 240 at Haydock. I think this will be completely and utterly straightforward. Is the 240 the Lancaster Oaks, and the favourite, it was very impressive last day at Haydock in Estrange, the lovely, beautiful Desert Orchid-esque looking horse at 4
Yeah,
to
yeah,
7.
yeah.
Beechwood at 6 to 1 for Petty Toomey. Scenic 7 to 1. Shaha, who reopposed, was beaten 4.5 lengths last day, 7 to 1. You got me 15 to 2 and 66 to 1 Bar. I think this is quite straightforward, Joe. She will win. And where would she go next? I think she's the Yorkshire Oaks
Yes.
against maybe See the Fire and a bit of whirl, as they say.
Yeah, sure.
Will she win and will she have a decent chance in the Yorkshire Oaks?
Yeah, look, she's just getting better, isn't she? If you look through her form, even when she won on debut at Goodwood, I remember she went from the front and just absolutely bolted up. So she's going to have a lot of fans, isn't she? Just because of how good she looks in the flesh, a really nice sort of grey. Well, in fact, she's white, isn't she? She's
Yeah.
lovely to look at. Um, Look, Beechwood and Scenic are pretty decent horses, but I think a stranger would probably have to underperform to get beat here. Obviously, they went up to a mile and a half last time with her. They're staying at the trip again. Yeah, she should be hard to beat here, Jamie. Like you said, probably one for the Yorkshire Oaks next. Yeah.
Lovely. And my bonus question to you, would she have any chance of winning Yorkshire Oaks against a potential O'Brien horse in World? I think World will come over.
Yeah.
And the likes of See the Fire fucking that's Haggis, isn't it? Yeah.
No, Bolden.
Balding, yeah.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
would you think would win out of the three if they all turned up?
I think Worrell would win, but I could see a strange beating See the Fire. I do. I think Worrell's.
Ooh.
I think she's a proper battler. I don't know. Look, the thing with this Estrange is that she's just improving, isn't she, all the time? So you don't know how good she is yet. So maybe she is up to it, Jane. Maybe it sounds like that's what you think is, and perhaps you're right. But she's still got to go and do it. I suppose if she does it this weekend, then she shortens in the market and becomes a genuine contender, doesn't she? As long as she wins, it's easy enough, I guess. The price tag suggests that as well. Yeah, look, she should take a lot of beating here. I don't think she'll beat World though, Jamie. I don't think she'll beat World.
See the Fire will beat the whole out of them in the
You
Yorkshire
really think?
Oaks.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes,
Oh
100%.
wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
Right, we'll move on to the big mile and four handicap of the year at Haydock is the Old Newton Cup. And the favourite at the moment, at the best odds, is St. Laurie's Pass at 6 to 1. Plage de Harve is 8 to 1. Mount Atlas is 10s, along with My Dream World, Paddy the Squire, The Reverend. Chillingham is 12s. Stress Free 12s, Minstrel Night at 14 to 1 and 16 to 1 Bar. Joe, any fancy here? There's a very standout race from the last day with a lot of pretenders here who run against each other again.
Yeah,
Anyone stand out here?
nothing too nap wise, but I am interested, I suppose, in Mount Atlas. Andrew Bolden, again, we just mentioned his name. They're just flying at the moment. All of their horses are running up to sort of where you'd expect them to, and the horses that you're expecting sort of come on for the run are coming on for the run. So If you look at Mount Atlas as well, 3 starts this season. Started in March, came third to Timesius Fox, is how I think you say it. Then went to
Mhm.
Chester for the Group 3 and only finished 3 lengths behind Illinois. And was then only 5 lengths behind Ethical Diamond as well at Ascot. So, like, he stays plenty. He's actually improved as well whilst getting beat by those good horses. So, yeah, I'd see no reason why he can't go close. You're probably going to get 5 places, maybe 6 places somewhere as well. So he'd do for me, Jamie, but it's only be a small punt if I get involved at all. But he's the one that's making appeal right now, anyway.
I was with you earlier, Joe, until I went digging.
Okay.
And it was the race on the 14th of May. A lot of these horses were against each other in the 210, the Sky Bet race to the Ebor Jorvik handicap. A Malcher 1, Stretch Free was beaten ahead. Plage de Harve is inside this as well. Paradas. But the one horse that I think, look, most of his form is on soft ground, but you have to remember last day he was 2-1 favourite, and he won. Last time he won, it was a mark of 86, but he's gone off favourite for 4 of his last 5 runs, and it's the Reverend. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
it's just he was 7 lengths, but it was his first run of the season the last day,
Yeah.
and
He'll
I
come on
think
for it, won't
he's
he?
crying out for the extra 2 furlongs, and he's a speculative choice in this race because you could have about like I see there, I didn't even actually see it till today that I actually backed my Dreamer the last 8 York, but it was disqualified. But you get obviously online, you get
Yeah.
first past the post. Uh, he definitely interests me, but I think he had his day the last day, regardless of it gets in off a low weight here again
Is he a
because
course and
that was
distance winner that as well? Is he a course and
yeah,
distance?
and it was a ladies' race the last day, and it was just look it won well and over the strike limit, which is fair enough, but. A speculative chance at the Reverend at 10-1 because I think there's a handicap in this horse, and if it doesn't win, it definitely has a small squeak if it
Yeah.
was soft ground in an Ebor. But anyway, we'll move on to the first race on Saturday at Sandown, an ITV race of 150 of the Royal Charles Sprint, a Group 3, and the favourite is She's Quality at 4-1. Curdas at 5, Balmoral Lady 8s, along with West Acre. Adrestia is 10-1. I think Adrestia won at Royal Ascot, did it? First Instinct for Haggis is 10-1. I think it won at Cork earlier in the season. Rumstar is 10, Chagrin 10, 16-1. Bar. Joe, talk to me. We might have a one or two fancies in this.
Yeah, there's a few you can make a case for, couldn't you? Like quite easily, and be quite solid about a selection. Rumstar's interesting for me, off top weight here. Um, 6 lengths behind American Affair last time out at Royal Ascot. Actually beat She's Quality, the favourite, going back to Newmarket. Um, I think Rumstar basically will run his race, and he's probably the each way bet here. But it looks like he's gone out from 13-2 out to 10-1. So I'd perhaps hold the horses, shall we say, before backing him. I like Adrastea, the Christmas horse, course and distance winner. I love course and distance form. And Balmoral Lady is the other one, Jamie. Again, only 3.5 lengths behind American Fair. Been pretty consistent. Again, improving without really winning, but did win at Haydock on her penultimate start. So it'd be between Rumstar, Adrastea, and Balmoral Lady. I'd probably side with Balmoral Lady for now, James.
I don't really say good things are in sprints, but if this horse didn't unseat at the start and you've 66-1 in the King Charles in the Group 1 at Royal Ascot,
What you got
obviously
for us here then? What you got for us?
only beaten 2 lengths by American Affair, and that's, hold on, cumulative 2 lengths, yeah. 2 lengths was a horse called, and Mr. Sumilian is back on board for Clyde Conks, and it's Kurdos. It's just simple as it's 2 lengths off in a Group 1. He's down in grade. I think he was just unsettled at the start, dwelt at the start. The vet was checked. He were ready to go. Fair enough. Is this a bit close? Is the only thing, but hasn't won in a while. But I think definitely when I saw the entries during the week, I was like, oh yeah. After looking back at the American Affair race and the way he was at the start last call, if he's cool on the way to the start here, 5-1, I think Curtis will go off favourite, and I think it'll win.
Interesting. Love it. Well, people should probably side with you rather than me there because you actually fancy yours quite strongly. All right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Curler.
Right. On to the 225 is a Mile Corn Challenge Handicap. And the favourite is the fourth in the Royal Hunt Cup in Greek order, has been backed all week from the price of 10 to 1 I saw earlier into
Uh,
4 to 1 favourite.
Ryan Moore on board.
Ryan Moore on board,
Yeah.
correct. Treasure Time is fours, eight's Classic Encounter, eight's Urban Line, nine's Classic, 10 Great Chieftain, 12 to 1 Maturi Bay, 14 to 1 Tribal Chief, and 16 to 1 Bar. Greek order, is it a good thing, Joe?
Mm, not
Mm.
sure, James. Not sure. I don't know 4 to 1 in the 24 and a handicap. That's the only problem. I do really like Urban Lion though, course and distance winner for Jack Shannon. Again, going with sort of like the team that are in form at the moment. There's some really decent collateral form as well. Already has the beat in a classic. Then was only a length and a half behind My Cloud, and we know how well handicapped he's obviously going to be after winning at Royal Ascot with plenty in hand, but very easily as well. So again, Urban Lion, steady improver for an informed team. Why not? 8 to 1 will do for me each way. Again, with plenty of places available. Probably one of the stronger fancies out of them anyway.
And exactly the form line, Joe. Urban Line, I'm going to take you on.
Oh,
Because he was
nice.
only getting £5 the last day. Now he's getting what, £11 off Urban Line. Um,
The
yeah, I'll
classic.
take you on Classic. Yeah, I
Okay.
finally will this horse ever win a handicap. I don't think the pace was enough the last day, Joe, to go by Urban Line. I watched the race because I backed Classic. It was the same race that it ran in the previous year that I backed it, and he got an awful run up the straight. And obviously, second Urban Line's improving. I understand that it's what £5 2 lengths. Now it's
Yeah.
£11 for 2 lengths. I understand that part, but hopefully, finally, Classic will win a big mile handicap around Sandown. And the quicker they go, the better his chance. And 10 to 1 each way to find out against Urban Line will do for me.
Game
So
on. Seems
it's
like game
Classic
on.
against Urban Line.
Never
That's a
take it.
match betting in a way. So
Yeah, we got a
there we
duel.
go. So we move on to the 3 o'clock. Is the Coral? They're like the Americans now. The Coral Distaff. It's a list raced over a mile for the fillies. Obviously, a Distaff is a filly or a mare. So we have the favorite in Blue Bolt for Andrew Balding at 7 to 2. Pina Sonata for James Fanshawe at 9 to 2. Tabiti 9 to 2 for Rafe Beckett. Now I will say we're at entry level. The declarations are tomorrow, and Colin Keane is booked for both. So we'll see after that. Kontiki is 7 to 1. Cajole is tens. Victory Queen at tens and 12 to 1 bar. Joe, to me, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Talk to me then.
Whatever Judman horse turns up
Yeah, perfect. Good. Good.
will win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one? Who do you think? Blue Bolt, I thought was impressive last day at Haydock.
Yeah.
The BT was third in a big handicap, and Ascot was rated top rated actually at 104. Either or.
Yeah, yeah, literally either or. I actually prefer Tabiti. I think I really like both of them, but like you said, whichever one turns up, I'll side with. But I hope it's actually Tabiti. I quite like this horse. And that big handicap sort of, field will that sort of experience could be priceless over having the number one by his name, like Blue Bolt. But both really good horses, regardless. But yeah, whichever judgment horse turns up, yeah, hopefully
Lovely. I think
Tabiti.
that's completely and utterly straightforward. Whichever one turns up, you back it. So we move on to the big Group 1 over 10 furlongs midsummer feature. And the favourite of the Coral Eclipse is the Princess of Wales horse and John and Teddy Gosden of Ombudsman at 5 to 4. 9 to 2, multiple Group 1 winner this year. In Sozi, coming over for Francois Andre Faber at 9 to 2. Delacroix is 7 to 1. Camille Pizarro, the French Derby winner, at 8 to 1. Al Macam is 14s. And Mad is 16s. Our old favourite, Ruling Court, is 20 to 1. Stanhope Gardens, 14 to Derby is 20 to 1. And it's 33 to 1 bar. Now, Joe, this is a puzzle.
Yeah. So we haven't put up our Royal Ascot review yet, have we? However, we did discuss, or I mentioned anyway, that I think Ombudsman is overrated at one
Mm-hmm.
to eight. So the 9 stone 9 may feel a little bit excessive, perhaps. It does obviously give him the better of the likes of Anmat and Al McCam there. Look, I'm a really, really big fan of this Sozi, such a likable sort of horse. I can't see. I don't like Delacroix. I like Sozi. He's a flashy, see the stars horse, only going to get better. There's something about Camille Pizarro though as well, James. First time up to a mile, 2 furlongs, last time out, and seemingly really, really enjoyed it. I remember as a 2-year-old, they were talking about, oh, she a 5 furlong horse. They stepped up to 6 and they went, oh, she's a 6 furlong horse. It was like they actually thought she was a sprinter, but she's definitely got a lot of stamina she showed last time out. So I like Sozi and Camille Pizarro as it stands. I'm struggling to separate the two, but I'd be happy to take on ombudsman.
Yeah, yeah, you're like the ombudsman. Yeah, yeah,
When
yeah. Joe
they
Ombudsman, whatever.
when they
Uh,
when they watch the other one as well, I do it in that episode as well. But anyway,
yeah.
yeah, Sozi and Camille Pizarro. Perhaps Camille Pizarro on the weight, but big fan of Sozi.
Yeah, you can't be not be a fan of Sozi. I
Yeah,
understand that. Yeah, yeah, because of look and it'll be shown obviously with our special guest on our Royal Ascot review, and we
yeah,
haven't said Cheltenham on the 1st of July 100 times. But anyway, we'll move on from that. But yeah, you got to be ultra respect of him, especially the horse he beat the last day in France in Sardinia Mara, and
yeah,
Sardinia
sure.
Mara beat Docklands is one of Queen Anne, which is huge for him. But I'm telling you now, there's only one winner this race, and
Ombudsman.
I've backed it at a whopping price of 14 to 1.
Okay.
And it's you said I don't like him, and I'm telling you when they goes the lads are on him. I'm telling you he will pick him, and it's Delacroix. This is the 10 furlong horse that the 3-year-olds have been waiting for all year.
Oh, I
He's going to
love this. I love
Ballysacks. He
this.
wanted Derrinstown. He got murdered in the Derby. He got stopped at the top of the hill. He's not a mile and four horse. We said it all year. It's crying out for a star at this spring, at this distance, Joe. And Ryan Moore will pick him over Camille Pizarro, and that'll be a tip in himself. And
Oh no.
I'm telling you now, Delacroix will win the Royal Eclipse.
Well, if he does pick Delacroix, then I'll be back in Sozi and not Camille Pizarro as well. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm telling you now, we all know the winner, and it's Delacroix.
oh God, that was you
That
sound.
is my. I'm gonna. We don't have to even go to the naps of the weekend.
That's him. That's
It's
him.
Delacroix is going to win the Eclipse. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they know he's a good horse.
Um, mine. Who was mine? Who did we discuss? God, got blank already. My Mount Atlas, was it the
Yeah,
handicap?
yeah, in the old Newton Cup.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. He looks pretty solid to me for the time being, but I must
So
look through.
before we leave it, we're a quick fire on the cusp. Quick fire previews of the flat season, and we're going to keep going with them throughout the season. Please like and subscribe. It's for free. We do it for you for nothing. Thanks for everyone who subscribed all year. The jumps is not far away, by the way. The jumps is not far away. But anyway, a bonus race for tomorrow. And it's in the 610 at Tipperary. And it's the Kevin McManus Bookmakers Grimes Hurdle, a grade 3 over 2 miles. And the favourite, who I think is an absolute whatever, is Gauchar for Willie Mullins and Paul Townend at 4 to 1. Last year's winner, Winter Fog, I was there at 5 to 1. The Fred Winter winner, third in Group 1, grade 1 for horses
Yeah,
in
there you
jumps.
go.
Yeah, put your hands together behind Mercia. Jesse Evans is 6 to 1. Ennis Kerry for
Ooh.
Barry Connell at 8 to 1. Batman Girac, who finally got his day declaring last at 10. Smooth Tom 11. Sunchart 14s. Feud 16s. Sarregan 18s. Stormalong 28 to 1. Field Dury 33 to 1 bar. Joe, at the top of your head, it's fast ground. There's been no rain for jumps. On your own thing, from your previous experience on the National Hunt and an absolute greyhound track in Tipperary, who would you back here?
Yeah, I don't know, Jamie. You built me up, and I don't know. Uh,
Please stay, Ennis Kerry.
yeah, I mean, look, Barry's got two running this week. He's got Ennis Kerry and Avondale runs as well. He's also got a big chance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look, this is the sort of race that Barry targets. These sort of, these summer big pots. Really, he's done quite well with these before, especially with Ennis Kerry. So, Yeah, look, he will be ready for it anyway. That's all I could say. So the 8 to 1's probably a pretty decent price. And look, we follow these Barry horses. Even you do now, just because of obviously the sort of connection that we've got through time. And he's run some big races against some good horses. So there's no reason why you shouldn't go well. Yeah, it'll go well enough, fresh, you'd imagine too. If it doesn't go to plan, I suppose they'll be looking at Galway maybe, perhaps. But yeah,
Yeah,
look,
I
it's scary.
think, I think, to be honest with you, I think with Ennis Kerry, the likes of Ennis Kerry, Joe, to be honest with you, this is a lot like a prep for Galway.
Yeah,
They try to stretch it. He
because
was well fancied one year in a Galway place, and he's
yeah,
adamant
yeah.
that he could stay the trip.
And he's 11 now, isn't he? But
Yeah, yeah, he's had
again,
his day, I think.
Barry will be trying to get him for one more big pot. We'll give him a try when we think that's the day,
Mhm.
then perhaps. No, it might be tomorrow. We'll try and find out, and then anyway.
To be honest with you, I think there's only one winner of this race because he's had two stabs at the Galway hurdle. He was second twice in it. I backed him one year. I didn't back him. I can't remember the name. Zarak the Brave is the one who beat me one year, and the previous year I can't remember the horse that beat me. But anyway, I think there's only one winner of this race. The previous course and distance winner. He's won a grade three around the track. The faster the ground, the faster it is. He ran at Ascot. He's Noel Mead. I think it's just like he's rated 148. He's getting £9 from Gaucher, and Gaucher's about
Hmm.
150. I know Winter Fog won last year. Put Your Hands Together is only out for a trot for a Galway hurdle. But I think if they want a pot, look, the only two I think who are in the race who actually want to win this race tomorrow is Jesse Evans is one. He's a bit obvious, but he loved the fast pace, hopefully, that they'll have. And the other one, who I think his rating is better than 138, is Batman Girac. Look, he's loads to find on the figures, but it's him each way. Batman Girac and Jesse Evans in the race. So that's me done for the day. It's a good race, and I'm looking forward to it actually tomorrow evening.
Yeah, we
I
good.
was actually at the meeting last year, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually a good meeting.
I've
So
never done Tipperary, James. I've never done Tipperary.
Tipperary, yeah, yeah, it's a good track, but a bit of a greyhound track. But anyway, you want a fast course who knows how
Yeah, sure.
to actually travel well off a fast pace on a very flat track. But anyway, Joe, that's it.
Yep,
Uh,
nice and
what's the
sweet.
plan for the weekend? Watch the all Coral Eclipse.
Yeah, yeah. I watched the Eclipse. Yeah, a bit of racing, bit of golf as well. I'll watch this weekend. We've got the Scottish Open and the Open
Mm.
Championship coming up soon. Good racing as well. So yeah, not too sure. I'll play it by ear, but I won't be doing much, Jamie. That's for sure.
And I'm off to Dublin to Croke
Hey,
Park to see Cork versus Dublin in the All Ireland hurling semi
oh,
final.
nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. You'll love that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So,
up for it.
right, that's the end of the show, lads. We will see you next week. We have another show coming out with a special guest, but I'm not going to say his name because everybody knows him. And you liked it then. But look, will we say it?
What's that?
We say his name?
Yeah, go for it. I'll put it
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
couple of
everybody's
maybe.
like. We have a Royal Ascot review. Huge talking points about Cheltenham and what they can do about Royal Ascot.
Somehow
Uh,
we went off talking about
for
Cheltenham.
Cheltenham on the 1st of July
We're
with
sure
our
you'll
special
enjoy it.
guest
We're sure you'll
from the
enjoy it anyway.
final Furlong podcast, which is Emma Kennedy. Had given us his time last night. Fair play to him, over
Yeah,
an hour and a
brilliant,
bit.
brilliant.
It was a review. It was a review to horses for the future targets in the flat, and how Royal Ascot makes it a better racing experience than Cheltenham. So now that's controversy for you. But anyway,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Joe, thank you.
Cheers, Jane. Cheers, and thanks everyone for sticking with us through the flat season. We
Yeah,
know some people don't.
and we have massive, massive plans for the
We
national
do.
season.
Can't
Special
wait.
guests, stable tours coming all your way. We're going to zoom up the Zoom to
Yeah,
something else, and we'll
yeah.
change all the contact for you and our loyal fans.
We've got
Thank
exciting
you,
times. Exciting
and we'll
times. Thanks, everyone.
see you next week.